Hi, this is Lisa Hayes from Dreams for Society and Dreams for You Coaching. Today I'd like to share with you my new PowerPoint presentation that I'll be taking around the road with me, and it's called A Change of Heart, My Transformation from Stress to Bliss. Well, so what's my story? Well, I normally don't talk about my story. However, I just got the feeling that during this COVID-19 coronavirus pause button of the movie that we've hit, it might be nice to reflect on what's my story and how I did go from mostly stress to mostly bliss now. Well, okay, so I did like a lot of people. I was involved in a stressful career, had a 35-year career as a lawyer and a lobbyist. That's self-evident here, or evident by these articles. The first one is with my dad back in 1996, the year he retired from the state legislature after 25 years as a member of the Indiana House of Representatives. And the ironic thing, and I think the reason why the Indianapolis Business Journal wanted to do an article about father-daughter, was that I was a big lobbyist for global corporations, and my dad was a people person, for the small person on the street that had to fight the corporations. So it was an interesting combination of the two of us, even though my ideology wasn't that much different than my dad's. I just sort of, I guess, put it on hold. And boy, did I put it on hold for 35 years. And 10 years later, in 2006, I left the big blue stocking law firm I had been a partner in and chair of the practice group, Governmental Affairs Lobbying Practice Group. I left that and opened up my own law firm. And for about 4 of the 12 years I had my own law firm, I had a female lawyer with me, and we hit the paper once again. The Indianapolis Business Journal asked us to do an article, or to be involved in an article that they wanted to showcase about the power of women in the halls of the State House. And we were making the connection that year. We represented the Indiana wineries, and we were fighting the big bad wholesalers. And that was a big change around for me, because I represented Anheuser-Busch, a big, huge manufacturer out of St. Louis, as you know. It's called something different now, but I represented them for 13 years, and then I ended up representing the Indiana wineries for 11. I also had lots of other clients, global corporations from all over the world, from American Express to GlaxoSmithKline out of London, to Liberty Mutual, to an Indiana casino that was owned by Hyatt Hotels, and all these kinds of things. So I was involved in the thick of it. And they were all my own clients. Then a funny thing happened on the way to the forum. I got divorced. Like the movie I Got Mail, I got divorced. My separation from my former husband in 2008, in January of 2008 actually, was the catalyst for my change of heart. And by October 2009, I literally did have a huge change, a huge light that entered my heart that changed my heart. It was a beam of light with a sonic boom, and it was about 8 inches or so in diameter, 8 to 10 inches, came through my ceiling. I woke up in time to see it and hear the huge, loud sonic boom, and it went straight for my heart. So I thought that was interesting. I had to Google what was happening to me. In addition to that light entering my heart, I had all kinds of mystical and metaphysical experiences with no previous understanding or explanation. Basically, a little bit started in 2008 after my separation, but a deluge was in 10, 11, and 12. And journaling was my outlet, and the internet was my friend. And, huge inner technologies revealed: teleportation, remote viewing, by location, space travel. I know that sounds really far out there, but I was experiencing these things. And without any help from anything, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't take drugs, illegal or legal. I don't even take vitamins. I don't take any supplements. So this was all happening spontaneously, almost as if my internal alarm clock had been set, and it was going off in the droves. Alarm, alarm, alarm would go off, go off, go off, and I'd have all these experiences. By 2012, I had doubts about my career. Duh. I mean, after all these metaphysical experiences, who wouldn't? I fired, in quotes, my 2 healthcare clients at the time, which was October of 2012, because I couldn't advocate what they wanted anymore. Namely, my pharmaceutical client and the OBGYNs. I just could not advocate mandating vaccines for the pharmaceutical client, and the OBGYNs were on the opposite side of a turf battle with the midwifery faction, the midwives, and I just, in my heart, I just wasn't in it. So what to do? What to do now? Well, let me just outline a little bit here. So now it's 2012, I'm having the doubts. In the summer of 2012, I developed my website, an online TV show called Dreams for Society, where we imagine, visualize, and create. And this actually came to me from what people will call a download, something from our inner guidance. And in December of 2012, by the end of that year, I published my first book about my mystical experiences, entitled Life is a Mystical Opportunity, My 3-Year Journey. And I have plenty of books here that I'd be happy to give to you for free, or if you want to read it online, it's at Amazon Prime for $3.33. And I have several other coffee table books that I've written, semi-children's books, one of which is free on my website, called The Forest Elf Look Up. And here they are. And it's just been a lot of fun to create these different publications. In 2014, I enrolled at Coach U for 77 hours of coaching classes and 20 hours of training. I just felt the desire to help, be of service to others in a way that was the antithesis of what I was doing at the State House. And I already was starting to realize that my days were numbered at the State House. Obviously, I had questions in 2012. Now it's 2014. I'm enrolled in this 1.5-year long class or school, Coach U. So in December 2015, I gave a short speech to 200 of my peers and coworkers. It was a spontaneous thing, really. I was at a continuing legal education seminar, and I got up to speak, and I got up on stage, and I told everyone about how I no longer play the lobbyist game of contributing campaign dollars and entertaining legislators. And I told them as of the beginning of 2013, I no longer had been doing that. So that was a good 3 years. And I was telling him I'm really surprised I still have clients, quite frankly. And at the very end of the speech, I said, we can be the change we want to see. That was the prelude, unbeknownst to me, to 6 months later, I gave an announcement to the remaining clients I had, knowing that I kind of played it wrong in 2012 because my clients were really upset, that I fired them, because that's unheard of. Lobbyists usually steal clients from each other, much less fire. And so this time I decided I was just going to tell people I was retiring. And so that's what I did. I gave them a 6-month notice so that they could replace me and have plenty of time to work things out for future representation in the 2017 legislative session that started in January of 2017. And then, from 2010 to 2020, a 10-year period, I was, till now, I've been extensively traveling the world, including Mexico, Peru, Romania, New Zealand, Italy, Great Britain, Indonesia, and many places within the United States. And several of these places I mentioned, I've gone a few times. So my change of heart changed me. I obviously changed my job. I've gotten all kinds of new hobbies, or maybe, latent hobbies. Like I'm doing a lot more artwork. I play the piano a lot more. I've taken up the flute, an American Indian flute, and the drums, and enjoying hiking and biking, and just really loving all the things that life can give us in that way. I gravitated without realizing it or setting any kind of intention to a 100% plant-based diet. And that has really opened up my heart for me. No violent sports or movies are in my awareness now. No TV or newspaper, no alcohol, drugs, or profanity. That was always low on my radar anyway. However, it's non-existent now. I'm into a lot of quiet time, meditation, exploration, and open-mindedness. I have compassion and understanding of others' points of view, which I think is huge, and I help people with that in my coaching. I also utilize for my own purposes and also share with others that they can try this as well. And that is these 3 magical words: accept, appreciate, approve. When I can unconditionally love the moment in which I am, no matter the situation, and I get there by accepting it, which is somewhat easy, but appreciating it, not always, especially like COVID-19. How can we appreciate this situation, especially if we've lost our job or we're in bed with a fever? And then it's unheard of or insane to think we could approve of our situation, right? However, it's possible. And when I've done it, I've gone through a portal. I've gone through the portal in the heart, the void. And when I come out the other side, I can imagine, visualize, and create dreams for myself and dreams for society, and my reality actually changes instantaneously. And I'd be happy to answer questions on that, expound on that further, but that's a long, there's so much I could talk about. It would take me maybe hours. However, this is just a snippet. I'm available for coaching and dream card readings. I developed dream cards, and these are different than tarot or anything like that. They're basically aspects of ourselves that when we pick them, we now are able to create with them. Like you can see here, you feel you belong, so you never get bored, or you are supremely intelligent, you are friends with the animal kingdom, you are kind to others, joy is in the air, all this kind of stuff. And there are 44 of them, and they're really beautiful cards. And people come away feeling inspired and want to imagine, visualize, and create. And I have as I alluded to a minute ago, I have Dreams for Society, which is where I interview people. I have video blogs, and I have daily dream deeds that I put out for the subscribers. It really gets me in a good mood every day to see how kind everyone is. We're truly humankind, and we're doing great deeds all around the world for each other. If you'd like to be interviewed, let me know. I also have a coaching website that you can explore if you'd like. This is all my information. So as it says here, I'm host of Dreams for Society show, coach, author, speaker, blogger. I'm a conscious spiritual attorney. Right now I'm on inactive status. I'm yet to retire. I don't think actually lawyers can do that until they're 65. However, I am on inactive, which means I can get on active in a blink of an eye if I wanted to start practicing. But I don't have to do continuing legal education while I'm on inactive. And so that's why I went on inactive, since I really wasn't practicing. Hayes & Associates was the name of my private law firm after I left a big law firm in town, Krieg DeVault. And that's me. So I'd love to answer any questions, any discussion you might have. I'm here to be of service.